सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंशर्षिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ओम शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ओमीश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ओम समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। श्री वेदव्यास वैशंपायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादि गुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम अथ आदौ श्री महानारायण उपनिषदः पारायणम्। Like every day, we are spending 5 minutes now to do the Veda Parayanam. We have taken up Narayana, Mahanarayana Upanishad yesterday. We'll do that, then we'll come to our class. Om Atha Mahanarayana Upanishad Durva Suktam. Om Sahasraparama Devi Shatamula Shatankura Sarvagam Haratu Me Papam Durvado Swapnanashani कांडात कांडात प्ररोहन्ति परुषः परुषः परि एवानो दूर्वे प्रतनु सहस्रेण शतेन च या शतेन प्रतनोषि सहस्रेण विरोहसि तस्यास्ते देवीष्टके विदेम हविषा वयम् अश्वक्रान्ते रथक्रान्ते विष्णुक्रान्ते वसुंधरा शिरसा धारयिष्यामि रक्षस्व मां पदे पदे। मृत्तिका सूक्तम् भूमिर्धेनुर्धरणी लोकधारिणी उद्धृता शिवराहेण कृष्णेन शतबाहुना मृत्तिके हनमे पापं यन्मया दुष्कृतं कृतं मृत्तिके ब्रह्मदत्तासि काश्यपेनाभिमन्त्रिता मृत्तिके देहि मे पुष्टिं त्वयि सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितं मृत्तिके प्रतिष्ठिते सर्वं तन्मे निर्नुतमृत्तिके तया हतेन पापेन गच्छामि परमां गतिम्। शत्रुजयमन्त्राः ओम यत इन्द्रभयामहे ततो नो अभयं कृधि भगवन् शक्तितवतन्न ऊतये विद्विषो विमृधो जहि स्वस्तिदा विशस्पतिर्वृत्रः विमृधो वशी वृषेन्द्र पुर एतनुस्वस्तिदा अभयङ्करः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवा स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमि स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातो आपान्तमन्युस्त्रुफलप्रभर्मा दुनिष्यिमि वाञ्छरुमागं रुचिषे सोमो विश्वान्यतसावनानि नार्वागीन्द्रं प्रतिमानानि देवो ब्रह्मजज्ञानं प्रथमं पुरस्ताद्विश्रीमतः सुरुचो वेन आवह स बुध्निया उपमा अस्य विष्टा सतश्च योनिमसतश्च विवः स्योना पृथिविभवानृक्षरा निवेशने यच्छा नः शर्म सप्रथाः गन्धद्वारान्दुरादर्शां नित्यपुष्टां करीषिणीम् ईश्वरीगं सर्वभूतानां तामिहोपह्वये श्रियं श्रीर्मे भजतो अलक्ष्मीर्मे नश्यतो विष्णुमुखा वै देवान् छन्दोभिरिमाल्लोकाननपजय्यमभ्यजयन् महागम् इन्द्रो वज्रबाहुः षोडशी शर्म यच्छतो स्वस्ति नो मघवा करोतु हन्तु पाप्मानं योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टि सोमानग्गस्वरणं कृणुहि ब्रह्मणस्पते कक्षीवन्तं य औषिजं शरीरं यज्ञशमलं कुसीदं तस्मिन् सीदतु योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टि चरणं पवित्रं विततं पुराणं येन पूतस्तरति दुष्कृताने तेन पवित्रेण शुद्धेन पूता अतिपाप्मानमरातिन्तरेम सजोषा इन्द्रसगणो मरुद्भिः सोमं पिब वृत्तहञ्चोरविद्वान् जहि शत्रुगं रपं मृधो नुदस्वाथा भयं कृणुहि विश्वतो नः सुमित्रा न आपौषधयः सन्तु दुर्मित्रास्तस्मै भूयासुर्योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टि यञ्च वयं द्विष्मः आपोहिष्ठामयो भुवस्तान ऊर्जे दधातन महेरणाय चक्षसे यो वः शिवतमोरसस्तस्य भाजयते हनः उशतीरिव मातरः तस्मा अरङ्गमामभो यस्य क्षयाय जिन्वथ आपो जनयथा च नः अघमर्षणसोक्तं हिरण्यशृङ्गं वरुणं प्रपद्ये तीर्थं मे देहि याचितः यन्मया भुक्तमसाधूनां पापेभ्यश्च प्रतिग्रहः यन्मे मनसा वाचा कर्मणा वा दुष्कृतं कृतं तन्न इन्द्रो वरुणो बृहस्पतिः सविता च पुनन्तु पुनः पुनः नमोऽग्नयेऽप्सुमते नम इन्द्राय नमो वरुणाय नमो वारुण्यै नमोऽभ्यः यदवाङ्क्रोरं यदमेध्यं यदशान्तं तदपगच्छतात् अत्याशनादतीपानाद् यच्च उग्रात् प्रतिग्रहात् तन्नो वरुणो राजा पाप्निनाह्यवमर्शतो सोऽहमपापो विरजो निर्मुक्तो मुक्तकिल्बिषः नाकस्य पृष्ठमारुह्य गच्छेत् ब्रह्मसलोकताम् यश्चाप्सु वरुणस्य पुनात्वघमर्षणः इमं मे गङ्गे यमुने सरस्वति शतुद्रिस्तोमगम् स च तापरुष्णिया असिक्निया मरुद्धृदे वितस्तयार्जिहीये शृणुह्या सुषोमया ऋतं च सत्यं चाभिद्धा तपसोऽध्यजायत ततो रात्रिरजायत ततः समुद्रो अर्णवः समुद्रादर्णवादधि संवत्सरो अजायत अहोरात्राणि विदधद्विश्वस्य मिषतो वशे सूर्या चन्द्रमसौ धाता यथा पूर्वमकल्पयत् दिवं च पृथिवीं चान्तरिक्षमथो सुवः यत्पृथिव्यागं रजस्वमान्तरिक्षे विरोधसे इमागस्तदापो वरुणः पुनात्वघमर्षणः पुनन्तु वसवः पुनातु वरुणः पुनात्वघमर्षणः एष भूतस्य मध्ये भुवनस्य गोप्ता एष पुण्यकृतान् लोकानेष मृत्योर्हिरण्मयम् द्यावा पृथिव्योर्हिरण्मयग्गः सग्गश्रितगं सुवः स नः सुवः सगं शिशाधे आर्द्रं जलति ज्योतिरहमस्मि ज्योतिर्ज्वलति ब्रह्माहमस्मि योऽहमस्मि ब्रह्माहमस्मि अहमस्मि ब्रह्माहमस्मि अहमेवाहं मां जुहोमि स्वाहा अकार्यकार्यवकीर्णिस्तेनो भ्रूणः गुरुतल्पगः वरुणोपामघर्षणस्तस्मात् पापात् प्रमुच्यते रजो भूमिस्त्वमागं रोदयस्व प्रवदन्ति धीराः आक्रान् समुद्रः प्रथमे विधर्मं जनयन् प्रजाभुवनस्य राजा वृषा पवित्रे अधिसानो अव्ये बृहत्सोमो वावृधे सुवान इन्दुः Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Ada Shri Krishna Yajurvedandharata Taittiriya Aranyakantargata Taittiriya Upanishada. Om Yasmad Jatam Jagat Sarvam Yasminneva Praliyate Yene Dandharyate Chaiva Tasmai Jnanatmane Namaha. Yerime Gurubhi Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakyata Sarva Vedantaha तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ॐ तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते ॐ अथ प्रथमा शिक्षा वल्ली प्रथमोऽनुमाकः शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतो तद्वक्तारमवतो अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Atha Ekadashonuvakaha. We are doing 11th Anuvaka. Let us chant that mantra, then see the Bhashyam and meaning. Om Vedamanochyacharyoante Vasinamanushaaste Satyam Vada Dharmanchara Swadhyaya Pramadaha Acharyaya Priyam Dhanamahritya Prajatantum Ma Vyavachetsehi Satyanna Pramaditavyam Dharmanna Pramaditavyam Kushalanna Pramaditavyam भूत्यैन प्रमदितव्यं स्वाध्याय प्रवचनाभ्यां न प्रमदितव्यं देवपितृकार्याभ्यां न प्रमदितव्यं मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव यान्यनवद्यानि कर्माणि तानि सेवितव्यानि नो इतराणि यान्यस्माकं सुचरितानि तानि त्वयोपास्यानि नो इतराणि ये के चास्मच्छ्रेयागंसो ब्राह्मणाः तेषां त्वयासनेन प्रश्वसितव्यं श्रद्धया देयम् अश्रद्धया अधेयं श्रिया देयं ह्रिया देयं भिया देयं संविदा देयम् अथ यदि ते कर्म विचिकित्सा वा वृत्तविचिकित्सा वा स्यात् ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः युक्ता आयुक्ताः अलोक्षा धर्मकामाः स्युः यथा ते तत्र वर्तेरन् तथा तत्र वर्तेथाः अथाभ्याख्यातेषु ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः युक्ता आयुक्ताः अलोक्षा धर्मकामाः स्युः यथा ते तेषु वर्तेरन् तथा तेषु वर्तेथाः एष आदेशः एष उपदेशः एषा वेदोपनिषद एतदनुशासनौ एवमुपासितव्यम् एवमुचैतदुपास्यम् Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. What we have to remember all the time throughout life is, first of all, let us salute all the Rishis, Munis. Om Samasta Brahma Vidya Acharyebhyo Namaha, Rishibhyo Namaha, Munibhyo Namaha, Gurubhyo Namaha, Devatabhyo Namaha, Parabrahma Tattvaya Namaha, Shruti Matre Namaha, Om Shri Vedavyasa Sadgurave Namaha, Shri Vaisampayana Sadgurave Namaha, Shri Yagnavalkya Sadgurave Namaha, Shri Adya Shankara Sadgurave Namaha, Asmad Gurubhyo Namaha. Right from beginning of creation, what human being was doing, whatever he felt he wanted to enjoy, or whatever he felt he needed either enjoyment or the need. He just tried to see what it is, then he used his brains and tried to gain the knowledge as to how to get it. Then he did it and he got it. That is how the evolution. Wanting, knowing how to get it and doing that. Is it not like running, running, running? They used to chase the animals. I'm talking about those, the stone barbaric age. So, like lion, tiger, they were also running behind the animals to catch them for their feed or whatever. Later on, they understood why we will run only. We can throw these stones from distance and hit them, they fall. Aramse we can go ahead. So that's how in that stone age they started doing it. Later on, they understood that even stone is very heavy. Can there be any smaller one with which we can do it? Then they discovered from some iron or those whatever the talwar, ya small little, those knives, etc. Then more distance, less running, how to gain it. Then they thought they made, imagined and thought and made that bow and arrow so that far out distance animal also safely you can hit from here. These same stone or the knife and bow and arrow became useful in many ways later on, became harmful also because they started killing each other with same weapons. That is not our discussion. Our discussion is this is how they develop. Then whatever the things used to come on the earth, they used to wait for it and eat. Mila to mila, nahi to nahi. Then they understood it is coming from the earth. Why not we ourselves put in the earth and see the seeds? Thus, they not only depended on the natural available things, but they themselves started cultivating. Then, very cold season, winters, they used to hide in the gufa. But if you are hide in the gufa, you can't get the food. But if you go out for the food, it is so cold, you have to die. How to compensate balance? Then they started covering their body. First with the leaves because they were freely available, but that was not sufficient. Then they tried to use barks, but the barks were very heavy to carry of the tree. They can't stay. Then they just start. Anyway, we are killing, eating the animals. Why not use the skin of them? So they started using the skin. Is it not? And slowly, slowly, somehow they discovered that cotton and all for the cloth. So everywhere the need, then the knowledge, then the implementation. Throughout, you can go on millions of examples, right? Evolution goes on. That was the survival, enjoyment, fulfillment of desires. Same is in spirituality also. Key, what we have to gain finally in spirituality. As per the spiritual shastras, spiritual gurus, we have to be very clear about it as early as possible. So let us close eyes and see for 10 seconds. Are we, with so many years of study, are fully clear and convinced about what is the goal aimed at? Not information, but are we convinced about? The struggle of you and I as students, the struggle of the Shruti Mata, the struggle of the Guru through the Shruti is not to entertain or inform us. They only have to make, they want to make us convinced. Okay, this is the goal. All our problem is what, we attend all satsangas, all classes. We listen the theme. We even listen goal. But we don't take it as our goal. Firmly, convincingly. Naturally, when something is not my goal, why will I pursue that path which leads to that goal? Do you understand why, in spite of so many years of janams of listening, why our sadhana is not up to the mark? Is this reason? Ki, are we convinced about what spiritual shastras are telling us? The goal of evolution final for you and I, human beings or every jiva. Then only the another struggle of Shastra and Guru is after making us convinced about the goal, they want to give us clearly the roadmap or the picture of the means to be adopted. And that means are of various types every time, not one. Like I have to reach to a place of 100 kilometers. That is a goal. The means is what? So many means. Some natural means, man made means, internal means, all put together are the sadhana for reaching the sadhya. First of all, the road should be there, a path should be there. जंगल वाला है, माउंटेनियस वाला है, गहरा खाई है, नदी है. No, if they are the obstructions, you can't reach to that 100-kilometer distance. So the road should be there. Then the vehicle should be there in today's world. Then the fuel should be there. When I say vehicle should be there, not the spare parts. All properly assembled, intact, well checked, well thorough, that it will not break till that 100 kilometers are reached. And that we have to see that it is like that. All that is a part of sadhana. रोड नहीं है तो रोड डालना, गाड़ी नहीं है तो गाड़ी असेंबल करना या खरीदना, फिर उसमें पेट्रोल डालना. All of them are part of sadhana. No, you are ready with the vehicle, but do you know driving? We have to be perfect in driving. Then driving is okay, but are you healthy? Are you energetic? Are you inspired? Are you intelligent? Has to where to take turns and where to put a brake, where to enhance the speed of the vehicle. Do you have the road map? देखो इतने मिलकर साधना होते हैं. 100 kilometer away is the sadhya. I am here, so I have to reach. But in between, before reaching or for reaching, so many are required, and every one of them are equally essential. In the same way, spirituality may be once the goal is very convincingly accepted and convinced, we must also know the means. There are the means in the form of the gurus who have to teach us about that. Is it not? And our attitude toward them, shraddha, regularity, having faith in them, listening their words, is a part of sadhana banta hai. So to managing ourselves at all our personality layers is very, very important sadhana. More important is what? When our personality layers, especially Deha, Indriya, Mana, are very intact, young and energetic, that time only they have to be used for the best of the purpose if convinced the spiritual goal. As we grow in age, the body cannot do even the mind wants to do. Like I'm able to sit for classes nowadays. After 10 years, if even my mind wants to tell you shastras, है ना, like I can't do. तब बॉडी का अपना नेचर होता है. तो इसलिए जब कर सकते हैं तभी करना है, जब तक कर सकते हैं तब तक करते रहना. They're all part of the sadhana. No, more important is what? You are in the world, you are under obligations, they give you something, we are also supposed to give. So these are also part of sadhana. And mind you, we all somehow are so dull in our intellect that none of these things are very clear to us, and still the life is going on. In doing what? Like any other animal does. Ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithunam. Even if I enter into spiritual, still so many things are vague to me about all these sadhanas. Sadhana include our preparations, etc. So that's why it is a continuous process of listening to tattva to get convinced about it. And that conviction is not, हाँ अब मैं समझ गया, accept किया. No, all the time that is in the heart, and we are focusing only on that as goal, doing everything only to reach. For that only, the examples given in various texts, how a kami thinks about a nari, or lobhi thinks about the dhana all the time. For them, that artha kama are the lakshya. Kami and lobhi is artha kama purusharthi. They focus all the time. In the same way, the adhyatmika sadhaka should 24 hours remember that only. That is called as goal convinced about. If at our own convenience we forget the goal, take something else in between as goal, then we are cheating ourselves by saying that I am convinced about my adhyatmic laksham. अगर लक्ष्य का अर्थ क्या है, उसी की तरफ जाना है ना. Lakshya is not indicated by someone. That is called as lakshya or goal when I take it. If you take, then only it becomes lakshya. Then when you take that lakshya, how can you think anything else? Like the 100-kilometer distance I said, it is not the goal indicated by anyone. It is taken by me as goal. If I take it as goal, all I have to do is only to reach out that. Other than that, how can I do anything? How do you call it as goal? Like in football, he is kicking the ball everywhere, not in the goal net. अरे बेवकूफ, द गेम होता है कि गोल मारने के लिए. You are playing for that only. If he is going on and he says वो मेरा गोल है और जा ही नहीं रहा गेंद वहां लेकर के. See that games of hockey and football, you can see every player is kicking that ball to put it in the net. That is a very informative, inspirational thing. This is how we have to struggle to take us into the goal, reach us to the goal. Now, it's a sport. Okay, it's all. Not a Brahma Vidya or Atma Vidya. But remember the struggle of everyone. How they kick the ball and take it, running, protecting from the opponent or the other team or the competitors. There the goalkeeper को भी चकमा देकर you have to put it in the goal. And in these बड़े बड़े फुटबॉल्स जो अलग अलग लीग्स होते हैं, 40, 50, 80,000, 1 lakh people attend and they shout at the pitch of voice. We Indians don't know much, we only are interested in cricket. And there the commentator, वो जब चिल्लाते हैं फीफा फीफा में गो, इतना ओंकार किया तो उसको ब्रह्म मिल जाता. Like in Vaga border also, Bharat Mata ki de जैसे. That shouting they do, that is the joy. 50,000 people clap for this fellow kicking the ball into the goal. Matlab, to do that goal that day and get the cup for the nation, from 20 years he was only kicking the ball into the goal net. The idea is what? How he negotiates. The earth there, the ball there, and his legs, a movement of legs and all, and it's not touch the hands, etc. फिर foul हो जाएगा. Most important is दूसरों को चकमा देते हुए ले जाना. His only main point of all these example is 70% is entertainment. The 30% main point is what? His goal is put the ball in the goal. That is called goal. No other thing. The moment it is whistled till that 90 minutes of match is over, first and second half, do they have any other thought? चाय पियेंगे, कॉफी खाएंगे, थोड़ा बैठ के डिस्कस करेंगे यार कल कौन सा सिनेमा देखा. Do you see them doing anything? The first 45 minutes before the first break and after the break second, सिवाय उनको बाल को उसमें डालना और कुछ नहीं होता. दूसरा थॉट ही नहीं. In every play you see the kabaddi, see the cricket. Till the match is won, the bowler tries to take wicket, batsman try to hit a sixer. लाइफ का गोल का अर्थ ऐसा होता है. The only two words. The one who has a goal cannot sleep. The one who is sleeping cannot have the goal. You have to be awakened to the goal. Then the means, which we spoke so far. Now, once the means are understood, they are also endless. It go on changing. It's not exactly this is the means. Depending on in between. Like 100-kilometer journey, I said, I went by car, but 80 किलोमीटर के बाद अगर कार नहीं जाता, अब जो टू व्हीलर जाता है तो टू व्हीलर में जाऊंगा मैं, बैलगाड़ी जाएगी तो हाँ, सो मीन्स विल बी आफ्टर गोइंग देयर आल्सो इट विल बी चेंज्ड। कभी पिट्ठू में जाना पड़ता है अगर वो वैली है तो। In the same way, destined goal and clear means are anyway there. While following those means, sometimes we may have to change the means in between sadhanas, depending on requirements. ये सबका फिर मेच्योरिटी समझदारी होना चाहिए। बट मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट इज व्हाट, कीप ऑन वॉकिंग वॉकिंग वॉकिंग। मैं साधक हूँ, मेरा ये लक्ष्य है, मेरा ये साधना है और ये कर रहा हूं मैं। Not vagueness, not sleepiness, not half minded heartedness, like I am giving satsang. I must be very clear about my two goals. One goal of studying and explaining the Upanishad with Bhashya. Second is through that I am becoming convinced about my goal more and more strongly. So that other than this, I will not take up anything. खाना पीना भी छोड़कर सिर्फ साधना में लगना, इतने स्थिति में आना मेरा इच्छा है। इसके लिए मैं प्रयत्न कर रहा हूँ। सो आई एम ट्राइंग टू डू इट। एवरीबडी कैन हैव दैट वे गोल मीन्स, बट मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट इज प्रैक्टिस। सो दिस पर्टिकुलर उपनिषद, every Upanishad talks about all this. Goal indicated, outer inner preparations are told, outer inner sadhanas are told, and after they tell who have to do, who has to do it. This is place, there is no proxy, it is we who have to do. Guru can help us in indicating the goal with all his logics, example. He can even pave the pathway for us, marga, but walking he cannot do for us. We only have to walk. इतना तो समझ लेना भाई, जिस स्थिति में हम हैं उस स्थिति से उभरते हुए जिस लक्ष्य को पाने के लिए जो मार्ग निर्दिष्ट है उसमें हमें ही जाना पड़ेगा। हमें अपने मार्ग का प्रशस्त करना है, द चाणक्यास लैंग्वेज। तो पीएम ऑल्सो यूज दिस वर्ड दैट वे। चीता हमारे मार्ग प्रशस्त करेंगे। चिंता को छोड़ो, चीता के पीछे भागो। Now we slowly coming to the point. That's why the third point is the thing with which this started. The 11th Anuvaka Sambandha Bhashya. What was the third point? Doing the sadhana after knowing. Knowing the sadhana after ascertaining the goal. Conviction about the goal, clear understanding about means or sadhana. Third is doing. And how to do it? Kartavyata buddhi. Yesterday we spoke about it for more than 20 minutes, if you all remember it. The only thing which puts us on the path at every cost and price and difficulty is the Kartavyata buddhi. If that is there, every difficulty can be faced and we can without stop keep on moving on the path. Kartavyata buddhi nahi hai, millions of excuses come. हमको तो एक एक्सक्यूज काफी है, मिलियन की जरूरत ही नहीं है, बट आ ही जाते। कर्तव्य बुद्धि है, नो एक्सक्यूज इज गिवन चांस। लाइक यू हैव अ कर्तव्यता बुद्धि फॉर मॉर्निंग क्लास, so you have no excuse, you come sit. And those who can't don't come because they have somewhere else the kartavyata buddhi. It can be nidra, it can be something else. कोई अपने योगासन कर रहे होंगे, कोई अपना जॉगिंग कर रहे होंगे, कोई घर का काम कर रहे होंगे, कुछ तो एवरीबडी डूइंग समथिंग, सम मे बी स्लीपिंग. So for them that is the kartavya. Therefore they are there. And for you this one, for me this one. I have taken it as duty. Any day I can leave it and take something else as duty, then I will do that. But whatever I am taking as kartavya, I am doing. And unfortunately, all that which binds us into samsara, knowingly or unknowingly, we do those things as kartavya. And all those which liberate us from the bandhanam into moksha sthiti, about that, the kartavyata buddhi, the nischayatmika buddhi, the vyavasayatmika buddhi, we have to see that we generate. Clear? Now let us focus on the Bhashyam, and today let us complete the entire introductory Bhashyam as well as the first mantra and its Bhashya. Jitna ho sake. Now we are here enjoying our study of Upanishad with Bhashya. Now I am not here like which can be done otherwise. Take any topic of any Shastra and throw light on that and entertain you. Like that, there are many entertaining gurus are there. कोई बढ़िया सा टॉपिक देकर हमको entertain करके जाते हैं, and we also get entertained. I am not doing it here. I am doing adhyanam of the Shastra as taught by the Guru Parampara, which generally done in the Gurukula. Taking every mantra with the Bhashya and explaining it. For us, studying Shastra with Bhashyam is the goal here. And we follow it. And this is the highest service we do to ourselves and our Rishi Parampara, Sanatana Dharma and Shruti Mata. And in this, whatever the knowledge is there, required, relevant, it is each one's homework to find for him. Specifically, I will not hint. I am busy in my studying and teaching Shastra. हर एक चीज इंपॉर्टेंट है, उसमें कौन सा अवश्य इंपॉर्टेंट इमीडिएट है, आई एम नॉट हियर इंडिकेटिंग. लाइक आई टीच, वी आर स्टडिंग in this our class, we are only studying Shastras. In them, what is sadhana for reaching the goal and how to do, it is everybody's genius and homework. I cannot tell all that. We are not in Gurukula together. If we are there, we would have been discussing this. अब तो हम फिर आप अपने संसार में हो, मैं अपने काम में हूँ. It is you have to do. At least doing Shastra Adhyanam, that is our effort. अब स्वामी जी साधना बोला ही नहीं, क्या बोल क्या रहे फिर शास्त्र पढ़ाते हुए? वही तो बोला. मेरे को नहीं बताया, अब सबको बताया तो यू आर इन द सब, यू टेक इट. सोच रहा स्वामी जी साधना कब आएगा मैं करूं शुरू. ऐसा नहीं होता. इट्स ऑलरेडी टोल्ड 1000 टाइम. राइट फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट अनुवाक उपासना वाज स्टार्ट फॉर व्हाट? इन्फॉर्मेशन के लिए थोड़ी था, वो करना चाहिए. If after listening so much Shastra and Vedanta, मैं क्या करूं? If somebody asks ना, अब मैं क्या करूं? How to answer him? नहीं. Not a sin it is, not a mistake, but please understand our दिमाग is इतना thick है, इतने बार सुनकर भी स्पष्टता नहीं है. और रोना मत उसके लिए, स्पष्ट बनाओ दिमाग को, और कई जगह से खींचकर घर में बैठकर किताब खोलकर खुद पढ़ते हुए सोचोगे तो पता चलता है व्हाट इज द साधना फॉर मी. ओके. भगवान और गुरु के ऊपर अंदर से डिपेंड होते हुए भी बाहर खुद रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेकर आध्यात्मिक साधना करने का उस स्थिति में हमें आना चाहिए. आर यू ऑल देयर इन दैट सिचुएशन और स्टिल वेटिंग कि नारियल फोड़ा भगवान को एंड टेल हिम यू ब्लेस, come and sit in the class and tell the guru you lift me? Still in that mood, then you are just wasting your time and not helping yourself. Uddhared atmanatma. You study also and you do what is to be done duly. Now we have seen yesterday Vedamanuchyacharyoante vasina manushasti इत्यादि mantras of the 11th Anuvaka, Ityamadi Kartavyata Upadesha Arambha. These are all the beginning of teaching or the Upadesha of the Kartavya. So these are all the things which are told are to be done as Kartavya. To be done is actually sentence incomplete. And again as duty and as Kartavya add नहीं करना चाहिए. बट डबल हो जाता है, फायदा होता है, इसलिए भी इसे टू बी डन इज ओवर. व्हेन यू से इट इज टू बी डन, इट मींस इट्स अ ड्यूटी. इट्स टू बी डन बिकॉज इट इज अ ड्यूटी और टू बी डन एज ए ड्यूटी इज थोड़ा सा ग्रामेटिकली और होश में नहीं है. हम उसका अर्थ ये है, होश में है तो एक ही बार बोलते हैं, 2 बार बोल रहे मतलब स्ट्रेस करके कह रहे. सो इति एवं आदीनि कर्तव्यता उपदेश Arambha. This much is understood. The Arambha of the Upadesha of the Kartavya. Clear? Now these things which are taught, called as Upadesha, have to be done by us as Kartavya. when that habit of kartavya, okay, is made later on, the Brahma Jignasa when we do on the Sita meditation, this habit of kartavya helps us there, that at that level also we take it as kartavya end. And to that kartavya of Brahma Jignasa means trying to know the Brahman on the Sita meditation. This कर्तव्य जो कर्तव्य के नाम पे श्रुति ने कहा, वो उसके लिए जरूरी है, हेल्प करते हैं वो, इसलिए उसको कर्तव्य कहा. Like you have to light the stove to cook the food. It's a kartavya because to cook the food, lighting the stove is so essential. नहीं तो नहीं बोलते हो. So too, all these sadhanas are told, and they are told as kartavya only because they are required. Just like to waste our time, Shruti is not telling us to do these things and mentioning them that do it like a kartavya. हाँ, जरूरी है इसलिए कर्तव्य. Are you feeling the meaning of it? कर्तव्य उपदेशों को बता रहे हैं, मतलब उनको हमें करना है, तभी we become qualified for the Brahma Vidya and Moksha through that. इति एवं आदीनि आदि कर्तव्यता उपदेश आरंभाः. Okay? Now, second sentence. Prag Brahma Vijnanat. Before we embark on the Brahma Vidya, Brahma Vijnanat, Niyamena, with full discipline, regularity, sincerity and commitment, kartavyani, to be done as a duty. What? Shrauta smartani karmani. The Shruti Ukta, Smrti Ukta, Nitya Karmas. Iti evam arthaha. This is the meaning. So feel that meaning of these two sentences, Bhagavan Shankara. What are you going to teach, sir? 11th Anuvakam is we are teaching Kartavyata Upadesha Arambha. So, what is the need of this topic is before we start Brahma Vidya Prayatnam, the Shrauta Smartha Karma have to be done as a duty with Niyama. Iti Artha. See how like a spoon feeding are the explanation. And now this thing, when you listen through ear, we have to feel that thing. First take it to the intellect and say, oh ho, matlab, when I have to become qualified for Brahma Vidya to be taught by the Guru, as well as for myself to sit on the seat of meditation and do the meditation on Brahma Tattva to have Brahma Jnana, Shruti is saying that these Shrauta Smartha karmas have to be done with niyama as kartavya. मतलब मुझे, जो मैं आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ, मुझे फीलिंग होना है कि I have to do the Shrauta Smartha karma with niyama for me to become qualified for Brahma Vidya. Before Brahma Vidya we start. That is the meaning of it. Prag Brahma Vijnanat Niyamena Kartavyani. What are they? Shrota Smarthani Karmani. Iti evam arthaha. This is the meaning. Now, second reason is there कि why you call it as Kartavya. कर रहे तो करो, नहीं तो नहीं, ऐसा आप कह सकते हो. Oh my dear Bhashyakara, where from this word of Kartavya you brought? Yeah, I didn't say it from my own head. I am saying what Shruti Mata says. My two-pronged anxiety tension is what? I want to say exactly what Shruti Mata says, that I want to express as my devotion to her. And that Shruti Mata exactly what says, that completely I want to convey to you, the readers of my Bhashya, so that you should not miss something. लाइक ना कोई कोई प्रवचनों में एक एक श्लोक या लाइन या टॉपिक ही उड़ा देते हैं और सुनने वालों को पता भी नहीं कि ऐसा कोई टॉपिक है. दैट इज हाउ इट इज डन. बट इन आवर केस सम ऑफ वी ट्राई आवर बेस्ट कि यार इतना बढ़िया शास्त्र का ये श्लोक ये भी पढ़ाएंगे, ये भी पढ़ाएंगे, कि छोड़ने को मन ही नहीं होता मुझे एक शब्द भी बिना डिस्कस किए या बताए, स्पेशली व्हेन इट इज ट्रू एंड ट्रूली इंपॉर्टेंट. भगवान शंकरा's हार्ट इज दैट. टू साइड्स. वन पूरा जस्टिफाई करना जब श्रुति माता के प्रति भाष्य कर रहे हैं, अदरवाइज शी विल टेल टुमारो हे शंकर, ये वाला मेरे शब्द को तुमने छोड़ दिया या पूरी तरह से बताया नहीं तुमने, क्या तुम वहाँ नेग्लिजेंट थे? ही कांट अफोर्ड दैट रिग्रेट एंड गिल्ट। शंकर भगवान, आदि शंकर भाष्यकार पूरा। और इस तरफ भी द ऑडियंस स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ माइंड, इफ दे आस्क मी टुमारो कि वो मंत्र का आप वो लाइन का एक्सप्लेनेशन ही नहीं दिया, so then bhashya is incomplete, then the impression goes away, then nobody will study my bhashya, then they are denied of the benefit. तो दोनों को दृष्टि में रखकर इट्स अ ब्यूटीफुल, इन जनरल आई एम टेलिंग दिस ऑफ द भाष्य और लॉर्ड शंकरा गोज ऑन। So here in particular, we should find out how did you say it is kartavya means what? It is, I didn't say, my dear, because anushasana shrutehe. See that? The Shruti itself said that these are all Guru did the anushasana to the disciple. देखो, हो सके तो करो इज डिफरेंट, करके ही रहना इज डिफरेंट। करके ही रहना इज अनुशासन। And this first mantra itself of this Anuvaka starts with this sentence. Vedam anucha acharya antevasinam anushasti. लेकिन अंतेवासी मीन डिसाइपल को अनुशासन किया, ऑर्डर किया। एंड व्हेन डू यू ऑर्डर समबडी? ओनली व्हेन इट इज ए कर्तव्य। इज इट नॉट? आर्मी में तो ऑर्डर्स देते हैं कर्तव्य, हायर डिपार्टमेंट से ऑर्डर्स आते हैं, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट से, डिफेंस मिनिस्ट्री से ऑर्डर्स आते हैं, यू हैव टू डू दैट इट। सो अनुशासन श्रुति है कि नहीं, उसके हिसाब से मैं बता रहा हूं ये कर्तव्य है। And what is the additional thing Bhagavan Shankara adds to make it easy? This is a Brahma Vidya Upanishad. Every Upanishad for Brahma Vidya. That is going to be taught in the second Valli. Before the second Valli, here in this Valli, all these things to be done are told by Shruti Mata. And she told them as a Anushasana. Is it not? अब इनको ऐड करना है. What is that? कि before Brahma Vijnana, we have to do as Kartavya all Shraut and Smartha Karma with Niyama, with discipline, with all planning. Anushasana Shruti. Now, Shruti did not tell there, but Shankara Bhagavan has to tell why these are Kartavya, what is the benefit out of them, is the most important thing which we 1,000 times spoke about, but not in detail or exhaustively. He says कि अनुशासन श्रुते है हो गया। ये श्रुति ने ही कहा कि अनुशासन करके, देखो उस अनुशासन श्रुति के शब्द के आधार पर हम कर्तव्य है ये सब करना, ऐसे कह रहे। And now why these Shauta Smartha Karma with a niyama we have to do as Kartavya or Anushasana? What is the outcome of them? What is the benefit of them? Benefit is ki Purusha Samskararthatvatu. Because the Purusha Samskararthatvat means what? All our Purushartha Samarthyas have to be Samskrita, to be cultured, to be well trained. They all have to be well guided towards a higher, greater end purpose. While doing so, whatever the impurities in that are removed. So Purusha Samskara means what? You and I are the Purusha. We are doing the Purushartha. The Samskara of the Purushartha is what? All our abilities, faculties, be attentive. Whatever they are doing contrary to Brahma Vidya or Moksha or Atma Vidya spirituality, वहाँ से खींचना, और जो भी कन्वीनियंट है और whatever helps us in this Brahma Vidya, उस तरह में ले जाना. This both together is called Purusha Samskara Artha. In the same Purusha Samskara Artha, so far in other text study time, we called it as Antakarana Shuddhi. What is generally we talk as Antakarana Shuddhi, here Bhagavan is using a unique, beautiful word of Purusha Samskara Arthatva. Like the child by age of 4 is able to talk, is able to walk, is able to do this. But what walk is doing, what talk is doing, was asamskrita, unwanted of the world. Therefore, his all abilities have to be withdrawn from that, and he should be guided to make best use of this ability of talking, walking. Then where is he sent to? To the school. So sending him to the school is what? Purusha Samskara Artha. That's Karthavya. When he goes there, all his erraticness he was doing because of his Purushartha abilities are curtailed. Then what he has to do right from now for his own further evolution, they are taught in the school. The languages are taught, the subjects are taught, the theories are taught, practical. Slowly, as he is growing in age, his Purushartha Samarthyas are growing. The growing Purushartha Samarthya, if not trained or cultured, they take a wrong track for his own destruction and everybody. So, to avoid that, he is given the education. In the same way, to our own inner personality, when we come to spiritual sadhana, all our faculties, which are either erratic or involving in those contrary things, which nullify our spiritual sadhana, वहां से खींचकर हमारे अंतःकरण को साधना के लिए योगी बनाने वाले उस कर्म में रखना. दैट्स कॉल्ड पुरुषार्थ सामर्थ्य संस्कारार्थत्वात्. पुरुष संस्कारार्थत्व. मेरे अंदर पुरुष का जो प्रयत्न करता है उसका संस्कार करना है. I told you the Purusha Samskara is what? Just to see all these cinema actors, kaho, especially the sports person, when they are not on the ground playing, how differently they look like heroes and models only. अलग ही दिखते हैं, पहचान ही नहीं पाते आप. But when they are on the grounds for cricket, you understand, they can't have those casual wears. They can't have the suit boot. Imagine everything is done suitable to play on the ground, is it not? And while doing so, whatever the attire they were there, either in the hotel room or while traveling, all that they withdraw from. So that is called as Purusha Samskara. That Purushartha of them of playing the sport, to express it, they have to become Sanskrita, cultured. That's how they are made into that dress and all. Is it not? Like a teacher also. Till he enters into the classroom, he is in different language, talk. He may be talking to the colleagues or the watchman or the principal. But the moment he comes into the class, is it not his standing position, his words, is the subject, and the whatever he takes chalk piece and writes on the board. He is taken a different shape to justify the work for which he is there. That's called Purushartha Samskar, Purusha Samskar. In that, the subset is what? Antakarana Shuddhi. Now, what is Antakarana Shuddhi? Million times we heard and we have not taken it seriously. And the day we take it seriously and try really, then only Antakarana Shuddhi it becomes, then only we are qualified for higher sadhana. 2 minutes only we spend, not more than that. The Antakarana we have, how much restless it is, how much habitually it is running in a contrary direction. Habitually it is doing, tempted by the world, misguided by the people it is doing, and it has pressures, vasanas inside. And all of them are taking us away from our own main goal. Now, all these have to be removed. The importance given to the world also has to be reduced. The habitual indulgence also should go away. Then the vasana pressure also reduced. The result of all that is antakarana shuddhi. The shuddha antakarana is what? The mana is shanta, not getting agitated by the desires. Mana is alert, not fatigued and sleeping away. Mind is not forced to have so many sankalpas because of asana. So that mind is called Shuddhantakarana. At this very moment, you as listeners, as speaker can close our eyes and see at what level our antakarana is there. And accordingly only you can see the benefit gained from this class or not. मैं आंख बंद करके देखता हूं मेरा अंतःकरण कैसा है, तामसिक निद्रा में है या जागृत में है, और वो भी कितना है. फुल अलर्ट है, हाँ 90% है, 70 है, 60 है, 40 है. ओके, Alert is there, but still it is distracted. कभी कि ना अलर्ट होता है लेकिन फिर से इधर उधर डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो रहा है. यू आर ऑल अलर्ट बट योर माइंड गोज ऑन टू द फोन ऑल्सो, टू द घड़ी ऑल्सो, टू द चाय कॉपी आफ्टर द क्लास यू हैव ऑल्सो. Alert but distracted. That is not the qualification here required. I am just example. So not it is distracted, but it is single-pointed. Not it is sleepy, but it is awakened. Then is it focused on the subject, every word spoken? That's called concentration. These are all Shuddhi of Antakarana. Same time, is the Buddhi is working to analyze what is said and understanding हो रहा है, that is called Antakarana Shuddhi. Shuddhantakarana is that which is not distracted by anything other than the goal at any given moment, at any given situation. वो क्या है? वासनाएं, आदतें और बाहर के रॉन्ग कंपनी, ये तीनों हमको खींच के ले जाते. 100% इन तीनों से अपने आप को जब परमानेंटली फ्री करते हैं, ये शुद्ध अंतःकरण. अदरवाइज everybody's antakarana, because of some punya or destiny, becomes or appears shuddha once in a while. वंस इन ए वाइल शुद्ध होना नहीं चाहिए हमको, काफी नहीं है वो. हम अपने चॉइस पे और हमेशा शुद्ध होना है. इट्स नॉट दैट आई एम क्वाइट इन माइंड दिस मोमेंट, देयरफॉर आई यूज दैट माइंड टू स्टडी शास्त्र. दैट इज पुण्य का फल है. बट अदर थिंग्स व्हाट, all the time my mind is quiet, all the time I am reveling in Shastra. Or anytime I want, I am bringing my mind to concentration with willingness, ready to do study. Just like a bhogi, anytime gives up anything and goes for bhoga, effortless it is for him. Like the duck takes to water, the quotation they say, is it not खाने में, सिनेमा देखने में, टीवी देखने में, सोने में, गप्पे मारने में, how we are at ease? Is it not that much easiness if we are able to do in our kartavya rupa adhyatmika sadhanas, then our antakarana is said to be shuddha. Now you can see the example of Puja Gurudev. Was he distracted by the millions of things which were there at his period from his own work which he is doing? Yeah, imagine करो example, बहुत जरूरी है वो. So why he could do that? Because his अंतःकरण had no vasanas. वासना है तो वहां भगाएगा हमको. वो वासना है. He had no negative habits, contrary habits. He had no pulls from the world. Nobody outer can pull him. He commanded his own life, not depended on others. That अंतःकरण शुद्धि के कारण he could do all that work. सुबह 2 बजे उठेंगे, वो लेटर लिखेंगे, और 6 बजे फ्लाइट है तो 4:30 से 5:30 वो लेक्चर देंगे ब्रह्मचारियों को. देन ही गोज टू कैच फ्लाइट और व्हाटएवर. एनी टाइम ही इज एबल टू डू व्हाट ही हैज चोजन टू डू, एंड ही हैज चोजन टू डू दैट व्हिच इज इन लाइन विद हिज मिशन, हिज वर्क, हिज गोल, हिज एम, हिज विजन. इन द सेम वे, है ना, राग द्वेष आदियों से, काम क्रोध आदियों से, ईर्ष्या असूया आदियों से, अहंकार ममकार से 100% जो अंतःकरण छुटकारा पाया, दैट इज कॉल्ड शुद्ध अंतःकरण, निर्मल अंतःकरण, पवित्र अंतःकरण, देयरफॉर दिव्य एंड शक्तिशाली. To make us achieve all that, only these kartavya of the Shrauta Smarta are taught. Earlier, Shrauta Smarta we were doing for gaining the phala of the world. Now we are not doing them to gain the phala. In fact, we are doing them only to arrest or remove the habitual outgoing tendency, habitual out-seeking tendency, or habitual motivation by the outer things. Outer means anything other than my goal called Brahma Vidya. करना पड़ता है हमको. Now please याद रखो, between the classes, how many compulsions we have added. Because of all that, our intensity or regularity, sincerity of sadhana नहीं हो रहा है. और उनमें से कितने जरूरी है वो करो, बाकी को छोड़ो ना. हमको तो अब साधना स्वाध्याय ही कर्तव्य रहना चाहिए. So, first is according to our desires, we take some things as kartavya. Second is to purify us from all impurities. Shastra gives us kartavya. Third, after that way becoming pure, the third kartavya is to reach to the goal, the Brahma Jignasa, through the meditation. जो हमने सोचा कर्तव्य है, जो शास्त्र ने जो कर्तव्य है, जो कर्तव्य है परमात्मा को पाने के, we have to be very clear in this. You can't take them lightly. We can't be erratic in the understanding. We cannot be careless there. Then we are not sadhaka. And a cook, when he is very careless in cooking, he is not a sadhaka. He is not a very good cook. All those chefs, they know, they may be enjoying otherwise. जब कुकिंग बिजनेस में आते हैं, दिल और दिमाग लगाकर 100% करते हैं. They can't play with the things. 300 लोग खाना खाने वाले हैं. You can't play with that cooking. He's conscious कितना तेल डाल रहा है, कौन से मसाले डाल रहे हैं, कितना नमक डाल रहा है, कितना गरम उबला कि नहीं. See, it's called professional. We have to be not no more amateur any longer. Professional बनना पड़ता है हमको. कर्तव्यता बुद्धि को प्रोफेशनली वो रखना है. वी डोंट हैव दैट. वो मेच्योरिटी हमको मिल नहीं रहा, हम उसके लिए मांग नहीं रहे, कोशिश नहीं कर रहे. We are letting loose ourselves. I spoke on this topic few months back. We have let ourselves loose to our own minds, whims and fancies, and senses distraction. We run away. And you should know what is said. It's happening practically. Like after the class, when I run to my stove and put on and put up milk and try for coffee, what I am doing it? I am victimized by the senses there. A fancy of the mana कि थोड़ा काफी पिएंगे फिर बाकी काम करेंगे. This is the meaning of victimized by indriyas and mana, where unwanted things are taken as wanted. And we go on justify. अब justify करोगे तो कोई आपको रोकेंगे तो नहीं. No, Swamiji, no, how can you stop my coffee bag? You made it such a habit that you object Swamiji's objection. Saying objection overruled Swami. Anybody, see, is it not? This is the meaning of getting victimized by the mind's fancies and whims and senses pulls and pushes. Because of which we are still amateur. There is no niyamata in us, kartavyata in us. That is why the inner antakarana always is impure. Therefore, the intensity is not there in either our study or in our attempts of meditation. बीच में, दोनों के बीच में the मनन चिंतन. स्वाध्याय में भी, मनन चिंतन में भी, ध्यान में भी उतना इंटेंसली क्यों नहीं? अंतःकरण शुद्ध नहीं है. Why शुद्ध? What is the meaning of no अंतःकरण शुद्धि? The distractions into the world. Why? The mind and senses are given important. This is called an amateur sadhaka, not professional. A professional will not take even a movement for granted, not even an activity for granted. One word, one interaction. No. Those people who are bent upon making their health good and want to maintain their sugar levels balanced. Once they decide, सीधा पूछ रहे डॉक्टर से कौन सी चीजें जो शुगर बढ़ाते, ये 5 एक बार डिसाइड कर ली ना, छोड़ देते हो जिंदगी भर के. They don't allow anybody to, like कहीं गए किसी घर, they offer all those things which have sugar. You and I तो खा ही लेते हैं डबल इंसुलिन लेंगे करके. But such person is so professional, he says that will spoil my health. लाख कोशिश करो आप, मैं नहीं लूंगा, आप ज्यादा बोलो तो मैं जाता हूँ. He is professional. You give what I want. I want that which keeps me healthy. I can't be forced by you to take what you give. I can't spoil my health. That's called professionalism. In the same way, here the mind and senses, like the atithi, or we are the atithi, they are like the host. Go on, give us the host of the horde of the things to make us hostile from our sadhana, take us away from our sadhana. And we should just tell that, shut up, shut up, shut up. ठीक है नहीं? तो ये सब थोड़ा आराम से कराने के लिए हमको ये श्रौत स्मार्थ में ये कर्तव्य कहते हैं. And there are, such these things, when you take it as a kartavya and do, automatically we come out of all negative habits. Like दारू पीने वाला है, उसका कौन सा टाइम दारू पीने, रात को 9 से 10 उसको किसी काम में लगा देना. वो काम करते करते छूट जाएगा. Without that way giving something substantial to him, only discuss with him, is he more intelligent than you? Negative habit people are more intelligent. You can't convince them. You will be defeated. Our thing is not to prove a point. Our thing is to change the person. To change the person, you give him a different activity. Okay? So we are given these things to be done as kartavya. Then what is achieved through them? The antakarana shuddhi. Only that. Otherwise, they are not kartavya. The kartavya is, there is no kartavya other than being one with Brahman. At that level, all these kartavyas are sarvadharman marogoli. They are not required. But now, to make antakarana shuddha and qualify for Brahma Vidya, we have to do this as kartavya. What are they? We are going to see. So, what is explained so far to you? Vedamanuchya iti evam adi kartavyata upadesha arambha. Okay, then prag Brahma Vijnanat niyamena kartavyani kani shrautasmartani karmani iti evam artha. And why do you use it as kartavya? Because anushasana shrutehe. And in that shruti, why those things are given as anushasana, which you are calling them as kartavya? Because purusha samskara arthatva. Purusha samskara arthatva. What is the need of that purusha samskara? Directly batao, without any ambiguity. Bhagavan Bhashyakara says, samskrutasya hi vishuddha sattvasya. The one who through the discipline and culture made his antakarana shuddha, to him alone atma vijnanam anjasa eva utpadyate. To him alone, eva means alone. Eva also means certainly. Only to him and certainly the atma vijnana anjasa means effortlessly. And whenever the effortlessness comes, it also includes quickly. जल्दी और आराम, ये दोनों साथ में जाते हैं. अंजसा is easily, effortlessly, therefore quickly. The atmajnanam happens to that person who vishuddha sattvasya. How? Samskrutasya. Samskara is these kartavyas. When these are done as kartavya, antakarana becomes shuddha. Such person, he gets atma vijnanam quickly and easily. Otherwise, with the asamskrita antakarana, therefore avishuddha, ashuddha antakarana, atma vidya का इच्छा ही नहीं होगा, प्रयत्न ही नहीं होगा intellectually even समझने को. And then how will he do sadhana and reach out? But as we mentioned luckily 7 minutes back, that if our antakarana has really become vishuddha, no nidra of the tamo guna, no distraction of rajoguna, no misuse of sattva in doing anything other than Paramatma. सत्वगुण से हम सारे साइंटिफिक टेक्नोलॉजिकल चीजें वो सब तमोगुण रजोगुण वाले नहीं कर रहे हैं. All of them are done by the people of sattva guna, but that is directed toward the worldliness. Therefore, that sattva guna that way also is not helpful. Therefore, Vishuddha sattva includes not misusing sattva guna. Vishuddha sattva includes no distraction of rajoguna. And Vishuddha sattva includes not succumbing to the nidra of tamoguna. Such a person alone can understand logically the position of the self, its nature, and its liberating aspect. Therefore, such knowledge only inspires us to take it up. Such person will be doing the manana chintanam, anvaya vyatireka sadhana to reach out to the self. So, samskrutasya hi vishuddha sattvasya atmajnanam anjasa eva utpadyate. Clear? See how beautiful are all these and essential also. And still we have to make these thoughts our own to have maximum benefit of it. Objectively nahi sunna, subjectively usko dekhna. Now this para we conclude just by seeing what quotation Shankara Bhagavan gave to justify what he said is authentic of the Shastras. What he says here, Tabasa kalmasham hanti vidyaya amrutamasnute iti smrutihi. Manusmriti said, Tabasa kalmasham hanti. Tapasya means all these kartavyata के दृष्टि से जो बताए जाने वाले वो सब. With them only the kalmasham, impurity, anti is removed. After that only Atma Vidya is given. With that Vidya only Amrutam Ashnute, he experiences immortality, which is a goal. Amrutattva Prapti, Ananda Prapti, the Prapti of being one with consciousness. Words are different, the Anubhuti eki. So tapasa kalmashamhanti vidya amritamashnute is a sentence given in the Manusmriti. That is an authority for you, sir. Therefore, that is on the basis of that we are explaining to you. Is samskrutasya vishuddha sattva seva atmajnanam anjasa eva bhavati. Second quotation is what? Ki iti smriti vakshati cha. Even in this very Upanishad, it will be told. What is that? Tapasa brahma vijijnasasva. Tapasa. Through tapasya, you do the brahma jijnasa. So there, the first tapasya is purify yourself and make your antakarna sattva. Second tapasya is with the knowledge about Brahma Tattva given, take that knowledge and do the Brahma Jijnasa. That is second tapasya. So आगे हमको बता रहे हैं दूसरा वाला ब्रह्म जिज्ञासा रूपी तपस्या तभी हो जाएगा जब पहला कर्तव्य वाला तपस्या करके अंतःकरण को शुद्ध बनाया. So in this very Upanishad it is going to be taught to us. Okay, vakshati cha tapasa brahma vijijnasasva iti. So now comes to the conclusion of what is said so far. After that, a million rupee thought. Very, very powerful. अब मैं को इसको मैं बता नहीं पाता हूँ लेकिन आपको समझ पाना चाहिए. Many times, the listeners who help the speaker, wherever speaker cannot help, cannot put them in the words. Okay, he lacks the words, he lacks the language, but the point is very essential. If you are tuned to the heart of the speaker, then you will have that intuitive power to understand what he is saying without saying. Some rare occasions will be there in any interaction between Guru and disciple. Guru want to say, but any word said, it devalues the thing on. जैसे हम कल कह रहे थे, शब्द बात को बताते हुए भी बातों को बतंगड़ भी शब्द ही करता है, बनाता है. The entire struggles are only because the shabda. Because I say something with what level I am saying, you don't know, and you understand in your own way, and that is absolutely contradictory. मैं कहता हूँ मैं तो ये तो नहीं कहा था, आप तो यही कहे थे. You understood according to you, I told according to me. अब लड़ाई शुरू. That's how मियाँ बीवी लड़ते हैं ना. Only because शब्द. Some places we fail. Not fail means not utter flop. Means what? The depth of it, the beauty of it, the purpose of that particular sentence sometimes may not be conveyed by the speaker, responsibility of listener. First of all, what is the conclusion of so far? Ki ataha, therefore, vidya utpatti artham anushteyani karmani. For the creation of the Atma Vidya, the karmas have to be done as anushtana. Which karma? Nitya karma, Shrauta, Smartha. Specifically, what are they? They will be told. Satyam, Vada, Dharmam, Chara, or list aayega. Around 15 karmas or 18 karmas are told. Like which were told in the 9th Anuvaka also. Rutam, Satyam, Tapa, Damaha, Yahavi. तो विद्या उत्पत्ति अर्थम अनुष्ठेयानि कर्माणि इति हो गया. It's a simple, it's the essence of what is spoken so far. Karmas have to be done as an anushtana for antakara shuddhi, with which vidya utpatti happens. So now the important thing which I was saying that I can't convey is anushasti iti anushasana shabdatu. Why kartavya again you said, sir? अनुष्ठेय क्यों कह रहे हो? अनुशास्ति, ऐसे अनुशासन शब्द किया ना, श्रुति ने कहा ना, yeah. Now the last sentence is a crucial one. What is that word? कि अनुशासन अतिक्रमे ही दोष उत्पत्ति. Now the word anushasana is used by the Shruti only to say that if the anushasana as it is anushasita is not done, dosha utpatti, there will be lot of dosha shortcomings that will be born, which are obstructions on the path of spirituality. This is the point I was telling, that I can't convey the feeling of it. Technically, I explain. Here dosha is pratyavaya dosha, obviously. See, not omitting what is to be done. Is it not? जो करना है नहीं करने वाला उसको दोष कहते हैं. So इसको प्रत्यवाय दोष कहते हैं. Technical word is pratyavaya dosha will incur if the kartavya work is not done as kartavya. But the point what our weakness is what as a speaker, do you feel that inside? कि ये नहीं करने से पाप लगेगा या ये नहीं करने से साधना में विघ्न होगा, ऐसा वाला कर्तव्यता बुद्धि दोष क्या है? क्या है? अनुशासन अतिक्रमे ही दोषोत्पत्ति. When the discipline is broken, then there is dosha. Like the traffic अनुशासन का अतिक्रम किया तो the dosha of the accidents. Like everywhere you can add that कि अनुशासन is so important. Okay, 2-3 more important thoughts in this regard. तो वहीं से शुरू करते हुए we will continue our class tomorrow. We stop here. Thank you. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Vedavyasa Vishambhayane Agnivalkya Adya Shankara Guru Bhyo Asmat Guru Bhyo Namaha. Om Tat Sat Brahmarans. When we are analyzing all that, no, we can understand at our intellectual level how we are non-thinking, how we are not positively convinced about, how we are not taking the thing seriously with kartaveta buddhi. All that proves in spirituality we are bachcha log. In fact, in the entire life, as regard the life's maturity concerned, we may be rich in money, technically sound, we might have done lot of jobs, but जिंदगी के बारे में देखो तो बच्चे ही हैं. लाइक करोड़ों रुपए कमाया बट फिर भी डेली पत्नी से पति से लड़ते हो, भाई बंधुओं से लड़ते हो, तो बच्चा लोग ही है. You have not got into the root of the problem and sorted out. No, same way, if we are not convinced about spiritual sadhana, we are बच्चा लोग, दिमाग यूज ही नहीं किया हमने. If someone is not spiritual, it is enough proof that he is childish. Full stop. I तो feel it like that. बाकी हाँ बच्चे हैं, आप प्राइम मिनिस्टर लड़ाई झगड़ा कर रहा है, चीफ मिनिस्टर कर रहा है, मिनिस्टर, ये सब बच्चे लोग. Anybody who doesn't have Paramatma as the goal, his intellect is not paripakva. From that is why न सांपराय प्रतिभाति बालम. ये जो बच्चा लोग हैं जिनको परमात्मा समझ में नहीं आता. अदर वे राउंड, जिनको परमात्मा लक्ष्य नहीं है, दे आर ऑल ग्रोपिंग इन डार्कनेस, दे आर एंटरटेनिंग इन दिस वर्ल्ड. जैसे बच्चे पिकनिक में जाकर एक्सरसाइज कर एंटरटेन, लाइक दैट ओनली ऑल दैट. Even in my life of a day or total life, wherever I am forgetting my goal Paramatma and not doing sadhana, anything else I have done, I am childish. It may appear socially, communally a huge thing, serving millions. But the goal, if it is not Paramatma, bacha. Okay, see you tomorrow now. Now, idhara 10 minutes.